Elik Panorama.
This is Elik Panorama. This radio program is brought to you by Awasa College of Teacher Education English Language Improvement Center.
A radio program dedicated to improving your English. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to today's show. You're listening to the Elik Panorama radio program brought to you by the English Language Improvement Center of Awasa College of Teacher Education. We are broadcast through Fana Broadcasting Corporate, Shashamane FM 103.4, and you can listen to our show every Sunday morning from 8:05 to 8:30. I am your host, Abtamul Johannes, along with my friend and colleague Todd Magwan.
Hello. Still no Tesfane, Abtamul.
Everyone misses Tesfane. Hope he's having a great time in England. However, we're lucky to have Steve Freder back with us again. Welcome back, Steve.
Thanks, Abtamu. Hello, everyone.
So, Steve, how's your first week in Ethiopia?
It has been awesome.
And that is the topic of today's show. Things that are awesome.
That's a pretty awesome topic.
Awesome indeed.
The word awesome is a word that is used in almost every situation in the West. Not so much in the UK, but in the United States and Canada. It is an essential word in the language.
The dictionary definition of the word is something that causes feelings of fear and wonder, causing feelings of awe, which is where the word awesome comes from. For example, if you saw a volcano erupt for the first time, you might describe it as awesome because you would be scared and amazed at the same time.
That's right, but the modern use of the word is a little bit different. It is a very overused word in the West, and it can be used to describe almost anything like, that pizza is awesome, or those are awesome shoes, or that's an awesome song. And by the way, just so you guys know, I think you're both pretty awesome.
Well, you're pretty awesome yourself, Steve.
And it could also be used sarcastically when something bad happens. For example, you get caught in one of the heavy Ethiopian rain showers and everything you have on you gets wet. You might sarcastically say, all my school books got wet and my cell phone is now destroyed. Awesome. Actually, it can even be used as a sarcastic insult.
Like I said, you guys are awesome.
So it can really be used in any situation in the West.
And, like Steve said, overused in the West for sure.
So, Steve, what have been some of your highlights from your first week in Ethiopia?
Well, Habtamu, my number one highlight was going into your class at the College for the Teacher Education and speaking with your students. I just wanted to say thank you to all the students that were there. I had an awesome time, and hopefully I have a chance to see them before I leave Ethiopia.
I think that can be arranged, and I'm confident that they really enjoyed your visit. What are some of the other highlights for you?
Chocolate Tibbs has definitely been a highlight for sure, but I also love the fresh juice and the Jebanabuna. Am I saying that right? Jebanabuna. Things are very different here than they are in Canada. The people here are amazing and they're so friendly. I find that the Ethiopian culture is much more free and open than that in the West. It's not common in the West to say hello to everyone you pass by, and it's one of the things that I really like about Hawassa and Ethiopia.
What sort of adventures have you had since you arrived in Ethiopia?
Well, crossing the street and not getting run over by a Bajaj is always an adventure.
Yes, they can be quite scary.
I've actually taken to calling them Bimbi because they're everywhere and they try to bite you whenever you cross the road.
I also had the opportunity to do a cross-cultural communication out at the Hawassa University for some of the young volunteers that have just arrived in Hawassa. They're a mix of both Ethiopian and people from the UK.
Didn't you dress up like a female albatross or something like that?
Yeah, something exactly like that.
You sure did.
It was a lot of fun, and the volunteers are great people. Actually, we would like to welcome all the Ethiopian and UK volunteers to Hawassa, and if you happen to meet one of them, be sure to say hello, because they are awesome.
How about a welcoming song for the new volunteers and our listeners?
Here's Welcome to Wherever You Are by Bon Jovi.
Maybe we're all different, but we're still the same. We all got the blood of Eden running through our veins. I know sometimes it's hard for you to see. You're caught between just who you are and who you wanna be. If you feel alone and lost and need a friend, remember every new beginning is some beginning's end. Welcome to wherever you are. This is your life. You made it this far. Welcome. You gotta believe that right here, right now, you're exactly where you're supposed to be. Welcome to wherever you are. When everybody's in, you're left out, and you feel you're drowning in the shadow of a doubt. Everyone's a miracle in their own way. Just listen to yourself, not what other people say. When it seems you're lost, alone, and feeling down, remember everybody's different. Just take a look around. Welcome to wherever you are. This is your life. You made it this far. Welcome. You gotta believe right here, right now. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. Be who you wanna be. Be who you are. Everyone's a hero. Everyone's a star. When you wanna give up and your heart's about to break, remember that you're perfect. God makes no mistakes. Welcome to wherever you are. This is your life. You made it this far. Welcome. You gotta believe right here, right now. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. To wherever you are. This is your life. You made it this far. I say welcome.
Welcome back. We hope you enjoyed the song. If you came down to the Hawassa College of Teacher Education yesterday, you could have taken part in a half-day event celebrating the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam. There was a panel discussion, a documentary film about the dam, a student drama, and a question and answer competition related to the Millennium Dam project. Ato Abra Argo, the dean of the college, gave a keynote address and officially opened the event. On his opening speech, he highlighted that the college's commitment for the dam will continue till the end of the construction of this historic dam. We'll be right back with the Ilik Panorama Special.
I said, are you ready? Then come on, bitches, get your tins. Walk for me. Bring it to the runway now.
Old way, new way, runway queens. Male, female, and in betweens.
Ilik Panorama Special.
Ilik Panorama Special.
Ilik Panorama Special.
It's the ballroom place.
Movie of the week.
Music of the week.
Book of the week.
Sport of the week.
Gentlemen.
Welcome to this week's Ilik Panorama Special. This episode is all about awesome, and we have a movie for you that you can find and watch on YouTube. We have a song about awesome and a book about awesome as well. What's the movie this week, Todd?
This week's movie truly is awesome. It's rated as the #1 movie of all time on most of the lists out there. Just type in most awesome movies of all time into Google and you'll find it mentioned on every list.
The title of this week's film is The Shawshank Redemption, and as Todd mentioned, it's one of the most popular movies of all time. A powerful story of hope, friendship, and strength. The original story was titled Rita Hayworth and Shawshank Redemption and was written by the famous novelist Stephen King. Frank Darabont wrote the screenplay and directed the movie in 1994. What's the plot of the movie, guys?
In 1946, a banker named Andy Dufresne, played by Tim Robbins, is convicted of a double murder. And even though he stubbornly proclaims his innocence, he's sentenced to a life term at the Shawshank State Prison in Maine, where another lifer, Ellis Red Redding, played by Morgan Freeman, picks him as the new recruit most likely to crack under the pressure.
The ugly realities of prison life are quickly introduced to Andy. There is a corrupt warden, sadistic guards, and inmates that are little better than animals, willing to use rape or beatings to ensure their dominance. But Andy does not crack. He has the hope of the truly innocent, which, together with his smarts, allow him to prevail behind bars.
He uses his banking skills to win favor with the warden and the guards, doing the books for illegal business schemes and keeping an eye on the investment of most of the prison staff. In exchange, he is able to improve the prison library and bring some dignity and respect back to many of the inmates, including Red.
Have a listen to the trailer, and then you can go to YouTube and watch the film.
Ladies and gentlemen, you've heard all the evidence. I submit that this was not a hot-blooded crime of passion. Consider this. A revolver holds 6 bullets, not 8. That means that he fired the gun empty and then stopped to reload.
By the power vested in me by the state of Maine, I hereby order you to serve 2 life sentences back to back, 1 for each of your victims. So be it.
Send you here for life? That's exactly what they take.
I believe in 2 things. Discipline.
Help me, Dad!
And the Bible. Here you'll receive both.
Andy came to Shawshank Prison in 1947. Why'd you do it?
I didn't, since you asked.
You gonna fit right in. I must admit, I didn't think much of Andy first time I laid eyes on him. He had a quiet way about him. A walk and a talk that just wasn't normal around here.
There are places in the world that aren't made out of stone. There's something inside that they can't touch.
What are you talking about?
Hope.
Let me tell you something, my friend. Hope is a dangerous thing.
Damn it, Dufresne, you're putting me behind.
Hope can drive a man insane.
You better be sick or dead in there, I kid you not.
I better get used to that idea. Oh, my holy God.
I guess it comes down to a simple choice, really. Get busy living, or get busy dying.
Get busy living, or get busy dying. That's damn right.
Our book this week is titled The Book of Awesome. In our modern world, sometimes it's easy to forget the things that make us smile. Sometimes it's tempting to feel that the world is falling apart. But awesome things are all around us. Fresh, sticky injera, for example.
The smell of rain on a hot sidewalk.
The other side of the pillow.
Waking up and realizing it's Saturday.
Fixing electronics by smacking them.
Being the first table called up to the dinner buffet at a wedding.
The end of the rainy season.
When you're really tired and about to fall asleep and someone puts a blanket on you.
Sleeping in new bed sheets.
When a new and fantastic song is played on the radio.
Getting a bad judge when you just get to the curb.
High-fiving babies.
Or the smell of a bakery cooking fresh bread.
The Book of Awesome reminds us that the best things in life are free. Based on the award-winning, multi-million hit blog, 1000awesomethings.com, it's a high five for humanity and a big celebration of life's little moments, with wise, witty observations from #1 international best-selling author Neil Pasricha. This treasure trove is filled with smile-inducing musings that make readers feel like little kids looking at the world for the first time.
The author, Neil Pasricha, never imagined that writing about the smell of gasoline, thinking it's Thursday when it's really Friday, or wearing underwear just out of the dryer would amount to anything. A self-described average guy with a typical 9-to-5 job in the suburbs, Neil started his blog 1000 Awesome Things as a small reminder in a world of rising sea levels, global conflict and troubled economy, of the free, easy little joys that make life sweet.
He certainly didn't anticipate that a site would gain a readership of millions of people and win 2 Webby Awards, the internet's highest honor according to the New York Times. He's named one of PC's magazine's top 100 sites, and he's become a place where people from around the world would come to celebrate the simple pleasures of daily life.
It really is a great book. It's awesome. So if you can get a chance to read it, it really makes you smile when you read through some of the 1000 awesome things.
Yeah, it's good.
Great, yeah.
In our song category this week, the comedic rap group The Lonely Island have sweetened up their typically raunchy, hilarious lyrical formula in a new collaboration with Tegan and Sara called Everything is Awesome. The song appears on the soundtrack for the Lego Movie, and Andy Samberg spits out lines about dipping his body in chocolate frosting and awesome possums before his cohorts join in to list a variety of awesome things, including trees, frogs, Nobel Prize, and even a piece of string.
Have a listen to the song, and we'll be back in 2 minutes and 39 seconds exactly.
Nice.
Everything is awesome. Everything is cool when you're part of a team. Everything is awesome when we're living our dream. Everything is better when we stick together. Side by side, you and I gonna win forever. Let's party forever. We're the same, I'm like you, you're like me. We're all working in harmony. Everything is awesome. Everything is cool when you're part of the team. Everything is awesome when we're living our dream. 3, 2, 1, go.
Have you heard the news? Everyone's talking. Life is good cause everything's awesome. Lost my job, that's a new opportunity. More free time for my awesome community. I feel more awesome than an awesome possum. Dip my body in chocolate frosting. 3 years later I shot the frosting. Smelling like a blossom, everything is awesome. Stepped in mud, got new brown shoes. It's awesome to win and it's awesome to lose. Awesome to lose. Awesome to lose. Awesome to lose.
Everything is better when we stick together. Side by side, you and I gonna win forever. Let's party forever. We're the same, I'm like you, you're like me. We're all working in harmony. Everything is awesome. Everything is cool when you're part of the team. Everything is awesome when we're living our dream.
Blue skies, bouncy springs. We just named 2 awesome things. A Nobel Prize, a piece of string. You know what's awesome? Everything. Dogs and fleas, allergies, a book of Greek antiquities, brand new pants, a very old vest. Awesome items are the best. Trees, frogs, clogs, they're awesome. Rocks, clocks, and socks, they're awesome. Figs and jigs and twigs, that's awesome. Everything you see or think or say is awesome!
Everything is awesome. Everything is cool when you're part of the team. Everything is awesome when we live our dream.
We are back from the ELIC Panorama Special. For those of you who would like to get more involved with this program or what we do in general, you can join us on Facebook at www.facebook.com/Hawassa CTEELIC.
As always, we have received many great comments from many of you that have helped us restructure the show. So please keep the comments coming using our cell phone number, which is 0928414250, or email us at hawassacityelic@hotmail.com.
If you have missed all or part of the show, today's radio program will be uploaded on YouTube this afternoon. All you need to do is go to www.youtube.com and search for ELIC Panorama Episode 22.
Well, Steve, thanks for being here again this week. It sounds like you're having a good time here in Ethiopia.
That's an understatement, Heptamio. I'm having a great time. In fact, I'm having an awesome time. I feel like I'm on top of the world.
We'll leave you this week with I'm on Top of the World by Imagine Dragons. Have a great week, everyone.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
If you love somebody, better tell them why they're here.